It's week 2 of the 2030 season, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Packers. All that and more coming up next.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in week 1.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for this visiting Tokyo club, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
2 teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 89 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get to play action and throw the ball deep later on.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Floyd, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Floyd, and he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. But you look at this defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
13 yards, first down, Packers. Up the middle they go. It's Floyd, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's a 2nd and 8. To throw now. Here's Love. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Green Bay Packer. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Back to the ground. It's Hill. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The 22-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That's good for a Green Bay Packer.
Love now. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. This will cost him 11 yards there on the 2nd and goal sack. Love, this is 3rd and goal. That is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Now a give, right side. Turner. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You look at this Packers defense. They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course. A pretty nice effort.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the tuck and run. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Thomas. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Thomas will look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Downing. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This 2nd and 4. To throw is Thomas. And it's caught. Touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Dragons are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they score in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Throwing. Love. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Up the middle they go. It's Floyd, and he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
7-7, our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Here's Thomas.
That is caught.
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. From 17 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Love looking to throw it.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
And now another one thrown incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
That's pulled in at the 32. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They run the counter. Downing. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
From the gun on 3rd down. Thomas.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Love.
Caught on the right side, Reed. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Floyd. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Love. Over the middle, complete. It's Hill. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taking it about the 16. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They go play action here on 1st down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They'll look to throw again. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Up the middle they go. Downing. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Thomas. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 23. Play action this time with Love. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Love throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 40.
Love from the gun. That's to Kraft, the tight end. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A quick throw there is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Floyd. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Looking to throw. Love. Able to find his man, Kraft. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Working out of the gun. Love. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Love from the gun on 3rd down. This pass caught. It's Dobbs with it. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. To throw now. Here's Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Dobbs with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. One final go for this offense here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Thomas. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position, no one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So, sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here.
14.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And able to get this out to the 25. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing away at the 35. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Up the middle they go.
Downing. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. On 1st down, Downing. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Back to throw. Thomas. He finds his man, complete. That's Oliver. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. They'll run on 1st down. Downing. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. Now a 2nd and 2.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now Thomas. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Here's a carry for Oliver. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Thomas will look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Here's a give up the middle. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dragons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week and hits pay dirt for a 3rd time here.
And with good health, he's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdowns scored when this season comes to an end. Quick question, partner. Is it bad luck to toast him with a sports drink?
Not at all, partner. I think that's a fantastic one. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. The defense gets in the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery. Thomas. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment.
2nd down and goal. Thomas. And it's caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Floyd. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's Love. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
To throw is Thomas.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Up the middle they go. Downing. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Out of the gun now on third down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Back now at Lambeau, as we're about ready to rock and roll for the fourth and final quarter. They run it here with Oliver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Now a give, right side. Downing.
Lucas Van Ness in there on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need.
Still going inside the 20.
And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. And the lead will shrink to 6. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. But the Dragons offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
He's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
He finds his man, complete. That's Oliver. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. Now a give, right side. Downing. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Downing. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Thomas. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That's complete right around the 8.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 4 yards to go on second down from the 7. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They run. It's Oliver. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked on with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll go with a keeper. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Flushed out. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's their quarterback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dragons are on their way to a 2-0 start. Now the extra point. And the lead is now 13. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Love looking to throw it. Got Dobbs over the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down.
That's good for the Packers. First down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And his throw is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That's good for the Green Bay Packers.
To the air again, Love. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Love now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Floyd. Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Throwing. Love. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And as a result, possession switches hands. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Across midfield to the 48-yard line. A gain of 14. And the Tokyo first down.
On the run, it's Oliver. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now a give, right side. Downing. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
They'll run again.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 13.
Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
He'll take a shot for the end zone.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Now a handoff up the middle. Downing. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it.
And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and never an easy thing to do, no matter how good Green Bay is, what the year is, to come into Lambeau and get the victory, but they did it.
You're not just battling the team that you're playing that day. You're not just battling the crowd that's in attendance in that game. You're battling the history of the franchise. You're battling the ghosts that swirl around that place that help spur them on to victory. It is an unbelievable atmosphere, the most historic place in the league, and you have to make sure you stay focused on your task. Otherwise, you can get easily distracted.
Yeah, hats off to them for keeping that laser focus and getting the victory.
So for Tokyo,
it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.